All right, guys, it's Steven here on BlueMoonRisingTV, and I'm joined by the man Elliot.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah.
Nice and tan from your holiday, looking fresh.
Had a beautiful time.
But basically, it's the City Predictor, and first of all, we've got a confession. This man still needs to be shamed. He still hasn't sang Blue Moon on public transport.
The reason being that I was on holiday that week, hence the tan. So I couldn't.
Because obviously they don't do public transport abroad, do they? Obviously.
Well, it was dead quiet. I did sing it when I was fishing to the sea. I sang it to the sea, but I was put to shame massively by Alex, and you can see what he did here.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Come on, join in if you know the words. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for, who I was saying a prayer for, someone I really could care for. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Over to you, Elliot.
You've got to come back to that, and you will do soon, won't you?
Yes, I've got to beat that somehow. And
yeah.
I don't know how you beat singing it on the London Underground, I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to think of something.
But anyway, as ever, there'll be another forfeit and the predictor at the end where we guess the first goal scorer and man of the match and the score. But onto this weekend's game. Now we've got Southampton after the draw against Real Madrid, which was a good result, I think.
Yeah,
in the end.
definitely. Not conceding was the key. And we didn't. And there's all sorts of talk about, obviously Ronaldo didn't play, there's all sorts of talk about both him and Benzema being out for the Champions League game on Wednesday. Zidane's not playing either of them at the weekend.
Yeah, they're apparently pumping Ronaldo full of stem cells, which is some crazy new world stuff going on there.
Zidane said that he thinks that Ronaldo will be fit to play on Wednesday. If you're having look, I know you're a surgeon, but I don't imagine stem cell surgery is that. What did he just get? It was not like a little bit of medicine on a spoon he has, and suddenly he's like Robo Ronaldo. I can't see. I'm hoping I can't see him playing. But
with that in mind, anyway, obviously you've got the game of Southampton on Sunday. He's already said it in the press conference, Pellegrini, that we can't physically play. Our players can't play that many games close to back to back close together. So there's going to be changes, which would mean this team that we're going to predict and going to guess now. Who knows what it's going to look like? But there's going to be a whole number.
Just as an aside as well, the fact that this is being played at 4 o'clock on a Sunday, and it was Walter that pointed it out on Twitter, saying, look at all the other games that are getting played, from the Real Madrid's game against Real Sociedad at the weekend, and Atletico's game and Bayern's game. They're all on Saturday early on. So thanks, the FA, for giving us like 4:45 on a Sunday. But, I mean, we're City fans, we love moaning. Away at Southampton as well, so it's a good 5-hour trip down there.
Yeah, and the big thing is as well, obviously we can't forget the fact that United have got Leicester on Sunday, but Leicester could win the league with that game, and I would really like to see Leicester win the league at Old Trafford. I'm being honest there, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, joy, yeah.
But by that point, presuming Leicester do us a favour there, we could have 4 places, the top 4 at least, more or less wrapped up if we get a result at Southampton. So you've got this horrible kind of balancing act of working out a team that could do the job in the league, which is still unresolved, and also planning for the midweek semi-final, so he's got 2 huge conundrums there. It's a really delicate balancing act, isn't it? Yeah. And also, I wonder whether this starting 11, which we'll get onto in a second, or our prediction for it, how much of an impact the game prior will have, depending on the result, the Manchester United and Leicester City game. If Leicester get it in the bag, then we'll see different people coming off at different times.
That could change it. And also, of course, this was super important game on Wednesday. So Pellegrini's got a really, really delicate balancing act of who he rests, when he rests them, who he starts, who comes on. It's all you wouldn't want that. It's a huge task at hand. I hope he's up to it. That means I think he isn't. No, it doesn't. I hope he is up to it. I mean, this is what he's got years of experience, Pellegrini. So this is where it should really come in. So let's have a look, shall we?
In goal, Joe Hart.
Yeah.
See past that? It's just obvious.
Southampton's form's been good. We were just looking at it, and Southampton's form's been really, really good. They beat Liverpool,
Newcastle, Stoke, Aston Villa, which is nothing crazy there, but Liverpool's a good result. They beat Aston Villa 4-2. Yeah. Obviously, they lost at Leicester, but once again, no shame in that.
No.
And they drew at Everton away, so that's not bad.
But they're scoring goals.
They're scoring plenty of goals.
They are scoring goals. 4 against Villa, 3 against Liverpool. They are, and they scored in the draw as well. So Joe Hart in goal, definitely, because we can't lose this. You know, when you look at our running, we've got Arsenal the following week. There's this, we can afford a draw somewhere. We don't want a draw anywhere, and we certainly don't want a draw away at Southampton. We need to be looking for a win.
Now, obviously, he has this kind of habit of changing the fullbacks, and I'm pretty certain the two that started midweek, Clichy and Sanya, will be the ones who start again at the Bernabeu. So, which obviously means Zabaleta and Kolarov.
Yeah.
Now, in the middle. He said only recently that Company isn't quite ready yet to start 2 games back-to-back, given his lack of fitness. So,
no way he'll risk it.
So are we thinking Otamendi and Mangala here? A return of their previous partnership from weeks
ago? I think so, yeah. With a view to him starting Company and Otamendi. Or possibly Company.
That worked. It worked.
But it did work great. Yeah, defensively we were fab in the first leg of it, weren't we? We were great. And not keep saying it, but not to concede against Real Madrid is great. A great result for the first leg.
Huge. Onto midfield, and now we kind of. We've got a bit of a small hand here to play with anyway, because Silva's now apparently going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks, and if he plays again this season, it'll be in the final of the Champions League. That's a big if.
It was quite emotional actually. I thought when he came off in the first leg, because you could see the Real Madrid players were the first to go to him because he pulled up, didn't he? And it was the Real Madrid players that went to him first with, oh man, you know, and it was a bit like, oh no, don't be nice to each other, crying out loud, it's the Champions League. But it's Spanish Dave, isn't it? So they're all being nice to him. But his form has been not great this season, Silva, anyway. I hate saying that because I love the guy, but.
Well, that's the one decision basically made for us, and so that'll obviously see Nasri come back in. He'll obviously step in there because he can't play in the Champions League anyway. In midfield, Yaya's still injured for the weekend, so therefore that it leaves, you presume, one of Fernando and Fernandinho will be rested. Now, last time we did this, we rested Fernandinho, so I'm wondering if we'll rest Fernando this time round.
I think Fernando's got a bit more muscle than Fernandinho as well, so I think maybe we'll need him more if we're trying not to concede, although it's not as, it's more important.
Yeah. He's played a lot of games recently as well, so maybe that's the factor to consider as well. And Delph's going to start. Definitely. So I think it'll be Fernandinho and Delph. That's my instinct there.
I'd agree.
I just think Fernando is probably due a rest, and I can see that being the situation. Now, it's up front where he gets really interested, and I think a few of you are going to hate us for this, but I can see Aguero sat out. You need to wrap him in the biggest cotton wool ball you can find.
I think he'll be on the bench. Oh, well, maybe. God, can you imagine? I mean, maybe not even on the bench.
I think he'll be on the bench.
Yeah, because it's still an important game. We need to score in this. We need to score. So,
but we also need to not have Aguero injured. So it's
this is where his problems are. And Kelechi, of course, started in the. He started in the Madrid game? Did he say?
He came on.
He came on quite early, didn't he? When
he
started off. That's right. Yeah,
the weekend.
And so I think he'll start him in this with a view to playing him again on Wednesday.
Now, call me cynical, but I can't really see him choosing Kelechi on his own. I think if he's going to put Kelechi in there, he'll be like, got to start Wilfred. I can see him just putting him in there almost as like just not a token gesture as such, but just because it's like honour thing towards him.
Do you think he trusts? Because the problem was midway through the season when every City fan was saying, why is he playing Bonny and not Kelechi? Why is he bringing, when he was making substitutions and bringing Bonny on, why is he doing that and not Kelechi? Because every City fan, and we've said this a million times, every City fan can see Kelechi is a really, really great player. So why? And it comes down to experience, doesn't it? And it comes down to trust. And, Pellegrini's been doing this a long time. So he sees a youth player, a younger player that's playing really, really well and thinks, no, more time. He's got to prove himself. Has he done that now? Has he proved himself?
Probably, but maybe Pellegrini is just jealous of his age. Because he's such an old man himself. Maybe he's just fearful of the youth or something. I don't know. But
I think you're right, though. I agree.
I don't think he needs more time personally, but he's just a cautious manager. He goes with what he knows, and I can see him just starting Boney alongside Kelechi. And maybe there's an argument to suggest that Kelechi isn't right to start on his own fully yet.
Do you know what? If he's not going to play Boney on Sunday with Kelechi, when's he going to play him? What's the point? What's the point in Boney? Don't say that, because we know what the answer is. But everybody's horrible to Boney, and I feel bad for him because it's not like he's not making an effort. He is making an effort. It's just not clicking. He's just not the right player for us, and maybe he'll go back to Swansea and smash it again. But fine, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, that's great, fine.
So I think it will be him, though.
I think so, yeah. If we're not playing him in this game...
Which leaves one space. And there's a massive argument that Sterling, even though he won't play on the right, it might be something where Nasri goes behind the striker and then Sterling goes on the left. But Sterling needs a game. If he's going to start in the Champions League,
he's got to start this game.
He's got to get some match fitness. Even if he's replaced after 60 minutes for Navas or something like that, I can see Sterling needing football just to get a bit of sharpness, because you can't start your first game in a long time away at the Bernabeu.
And he's been good for us in the Champions League, Sterling. Yeah. So I think he'll, you know, with a view to Sterling start in the starting lineup or being on the bench, he needs to be at full strength. So I could see him starting the game, like you say, and then getting replaced for a bit of pace with Navas later on.
So that's our lineup then, isn't it, really? So should we go on to the...
But, you know, subject to complete and utter change, that may be 100% incorrect.
Yeah, what should be Caballero and goal?
Term conditions.
Get Michaelis.
Oh, okay.
All right, anyway, City Predictor.
Now, this is going to be worn by one of us, okay? The forfeit is that whoever loses, okay, or whoever gets the least amount of points in the Predictor, has to wear this on Wednesday in both their Twitter profile pic and their Facebook profile picture as well. Just for that one day, just for Wednesday. And we've already taken the photographs.
Yep.
So this is gonna
in my reel, in my album, looking terrible.
Yeah. So this is going to appear on either of our Twitter or Facebook pages on Wednesday.
I'm going to be abandoned by several members of my family for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. You're going to have to spend all day typing away, explaining. Well, actually, it was part of the. Who's going to start?
I'm going to start.
You start.
Yeah, I'm going to start because shame on you still. So
Yes.
I'm taking this one. So basically, we're going to go for the first goal scorer, the man of the match, and the overall score. So for first goal scorer, we can't choose. We didn't even mention that De Bruyne will probably be rested too.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
of course,
we didn't. Which is obviously going to be a situation there.
Yes.
So I'm going to go for my main man, Kelechi Iheanacho. He's going to open the scoring for me, and it's going to be a beauty as well. And your choice?
What am I left with there? Bonnie, do you know what? I'm gonna really go out on a limb here. I'm gonna pick a wild card and go with Sterling first goal scorer.
Bonnie would have been good enough for a wild card for that, really, as well.
That would be more of a wild card. Joe Hart or Bonnie would be a real wild card. It would probably equal odds. No, I'll go with Sterling.
Sterling, that's not a bad shout. For man of the match, I'm going for Nasri. I think Sammy Nasri. I think he'll have a good game. I think he'll control it for us, do his usual kind of silky stuff, and that'll be enough.
That's a good shout. All right, I'll go. This is me hedging my bets here, because I'll go with Kelechi for man of the match. Which means that if your first goal scorer comes in and he has a great game and he scores a couple, then he'll get man of the match as well. That way I'll get I'm working this out now. I've got a strategy.
That's the equivalent of Van Gaal's defensive football. That just
absolutely,
literally nullifying me the opposite way. But, all right, then.
All right, so then the score. I'm going to go. Right, so Southampton, I think, are scoring. We're at theirs. They're in good form. They've been scoring goals. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. I'm going with the Desmond here.
You're going for the 2-2?
Yeah.
That's a forfeit there. You win a 2-2.
Maybe that should be a forfeit. So
I'm not sure
if
I want
the
to see
result is
that
ever 2-2, one of us has got to wear a 2-2.
Yeah, I'm not sure I even want to see that.
No.
So I'd rather. But then for me, I'm going to go positive. I'm going to say it's a 2-1 City win. I think they'll score 2, but I'm fine with 2-1. I think it'll be a good game, but I think we'll just about do it. We'll get over the line some way.
Okay.
But anyway, so that's it basically. Let us know what your prediction is going to be, what you think the score's going to be, who's going to look best in this awful shirt. It's going to be Elliot. Subscribe below and comment soon, and we'll see you.
Come on, City.